What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. 140 million being taken off exchanges, a bullish case for XRP. The Ripple Swell conference, it began today. I'll lead with this video of Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, talking about that. A few more notes about the FTX meltdown. Excuse me, pardon me. And yeah, let's just hop into it. So the Ripple Swell conference, or annual Ripple conference, where they just talk about the global financial landscape and how it's changing. Over 10 years now, Ripple has been at the crux between enterprises and crypto native services, and we're doubling down on that. Brad Garlinghouse addressed the Ripple Swell global audience today, noting successes over the past decade and promising a robust future ahead. And I want to show you some growth metrics of this past year, and more importantly, this past month, about the XRP Ledger network and how it's exploding. But let's start with this.
I'm excited to share with all of you that Ripple has now processed nearly $30 billion worth of volume since launch and over 20 million transactions.
20 million transactions, over 30 billion since launch. And they're just getting started, guys. Pretty soon that'll have 2-3 zeros on that number.
Since we first launched RippleNet years ago, we're helping customers every step of the way to make sure their wallet has sufficient liquidity at all times for the smoothest possible experience. Over 10 years now, Ripple has been at the crux between enterprises and...
So it says right here, over 10 years at the center of crypto native services, 750 employees. And this is the crazy part, with over 300 new hires joining in just 2022 alone. So while the crypto market getting decimated, stocks, all assets decimated, crypto companies going belly up, bankrupt. Ripple has a lawsuit. You can't even buy their token on exchanges. And they expanded their employee base by 50%? Yeah, this is definitely a nothing burger. 15 global offices. And this is interesting, $500 million invested across 60 other crypto companies and funds. Right, so Ripple has a great product, a very robust company, but they're kind of taking an Amazon approach, right? A business can only be as strong as the businesses below it, right? Tesla, a lot of people call really 10 different businesses. So Ripple, we always think about their on-demand liquidity product. They have a lot more in their business suite.
Crypto native services, and we are doubling down on that. I hope it resonates with you in the same way it resonates with me. And this is crypto means business.
And they're coming up with this slogan now that crypto means business. And I find it ironic with all this crypto meltdown. People are saying this is the extinction of crypto. Crypto's done. And Ripple is coming out with this new slogan, crypto means business. And that's really what their XRP token does. It solves business problems. It allows you to, save money and transfer it quicker. This is kind of sad to see. This poll on Twitter. Do you think Sam Bankman-Fried is going to end up in jail? I've been saying I don't think he is. This guy donated way too much money to very rich politicians. He has way too many friends in high places. And 6,000 votes, it's not the whole world, but people agree with me. I think this is just going to go to show how rigged the system is. You look at someone like Bernie Madoff, who defrauded investors, and he even got a huge jail sentence. Sam Bankman-Fried, I think he's a little bit too well connected. He's going to be able to weasel out of this thing. And this is kind of bullish news for the general crypto space. Obviously, inflation's been terrible, but the Republicans, and before I say this, I hate all political groups. I think the biggest problem in politics is we don't talk about issues. We talk about, oh, you're a Democrat, so you believe XYZ. Oh, you're a Republican, you believe XYZ, right? They make political parties so they can divide and conquer. We need to get back to talking about ideas. What do you believe about small business taxation? What do you believe about illegal immigration? What do you believe about climate change, right? And hopefully this new house that's Republican backed, they tend to be more fiscally conservative. Maybe they can get the Fed to pivot. Pardon me, 1 second. Sorry, I have a cough. Maybe this could be the turnaround. This is interesting, guys. Genesis Global, you may have never heard of them, but they're one of the world's largest market makers, and they're having trouble, all right? According to a tweet by Genesis Global, the institutional crypto lender said it would temporarily suspend redemptions and new loans. In explaining the decision, the firm cited unprecedented market turmoil Now keep in mind, all these companies that have gone bankrupt, what do they begin with? Pausing withdrawals. Why is this company different? Well, they provide all the Bitcoin to the Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust. Grayscale owns like 70,000 Bitcoins, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. And Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust is a proxy for institutional investors to buy Bitcoin without actually buying a physical Bitcoin. They're buying exposure to Bitcoin, but they're not really buying a Bitcoin, if that makes sense. And currently, through the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, you can get a Bitcoin for like $11,000, right? Bitcoin's trading at $16,000. Why would you buy, if you're an institutional buyer with hundreds of millions of dollars, why would you buy a $16,000 Bitcoin when you get an $11,000 Bitcoin from the investment trust? And I've been saying this bear market will continue until there's no Grayscale discount on Bitcoin. We don't want institutional buyers buying this fake Bitcoin at a huge discount. So until this Grayscale Bitcoin Investment Trust is not trading at a discount, we're going to be chilling in the bear market. Another thing about insolvency, Gemini. These are the guys who founded Facebook, and then Mark Zuckerberg stole their idea. They own 1% of all Bitcoin, very big Bitcoin whales. They like to wear these shiny suits, good-looking lads. Owners of the Gemini exchange unapologetically blackballed Cardano from Gemini. However, crypto karma strikes again. Just as with Luna, FTX, and soon-to-be Solana, Gemini is now on the brink of insolvency, announcing what? A halt in withdrawals, right? And whenever your exchange halts withdrawals, smells like a bank run. Good news about XRP. They're breaking into $1 trillion on-demand liquidity corridor. I talked about this in my last video. Ripple has signed a deal with the largest mobile payment gateway in Africa. Okay, Africa is one of those emerging markets, has one of the largest populations out of any of the continents. And think of MFS Africa as like the PayPal of Africa. Okay, a lot of mobile money moving around in Africa, and Ripple is going to help them do this faster and cheaper. It's predicted that the majority of mobile payment users in the near future will be mainly from Asia, Pacific, and Africa. Right, Asia and Africa are the really big emerging markets, and it's good to see the Ripple partnerships coming in here. Check out this Ripple demand. So this article is talking about what I was just saying, the new client MFS Africa. But look at this demand here. The expanded use of Ripple's on-demand liquidity services is bound to boost network growth. Low demand, courtesy of the bearish market, has surpassed network growth in 2022. However, the largest network growth spike took place last month. Oop, that's a little bit big. Pardon me. And you can see in this chart right here, if I zoom it in, look at that spike in the network, right? Maybe they're testing something. Maybe it's this new African client. I don't know what's causing that, but I like to see that, right? Chart go up. I don't care what the metric is. As long as it's not inflation and money printing, I like it. So network growth, that's good for the product. As expected, the weighted sentiment metric did register a sizable bounce in the last 4 days. This means bullish stuff. And then they just give some XRP price analysis. Coinbase has filed its amicus brief. I know we heard about this last month, but they've actually submitted their argument. And this is what they said. By suing sellers of XRP tokens after making public statements signaling that those transactions were lawful, the SEC has lost sight of this bedrock principle. For years after Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP were launched, the SEC watched as multi-billion-dollar trading markets for these cryptos developed without stating that it viewed any of these assets as securities. Right? Imagine allowing assets to trade for almost a decade, having no problem with it. Even some of the organizations behind these assets asking you if you have a problem with it. Sounds like a crazy ex-girlfriend. And then coming out of nowhere and saying, oh, I have a problem with XYZ BQD. But yeah, so Coinbase has actually filed their document. And the SEC is telling Library to shut up. Library, these are the people that had a lawsuit similar to Ripple, and they lost the lawsuit the past week. The SEC specifically requested that we stop sharing with the public what it's like to be investigated. The SEC says shut up. If you guys like these videos, hit the like button. Supports the channel. It's free. I appreciate it. And guys, you can get $41 guaranteed for free. All you have to do is sign up on Webull, deposit a penny, and you get anywhere from $41 to $15,000 in free stocks. You probably won't get $15,000. You're more likely to get $40 to $300, but you're guaranteed that $40. just for depositing a penny. It's a limited time promotion. Invest it, withdraw the stocks. You know, you could buy more crypto, even though I think crypto is going to be going down more. I think we're going to see in the next 6 months even better buying opportunities, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. But get your free stocks. All right, sign up with Webull, deposit a penny. Links in the video description below. Whale transfers 135 million in XRP out of crypto exchange Binance. Whenever you see big amounts of money, this is a whale movement, right? 10 figures. Is that 10? That's 9 figures, right? 9 figures. Whenever you take money off an exchange, that's to make it more secure. Now, ask yourself, can you sell crypto off an exchange? Not typically, unless it's an over-the-counter deal. So when we see big amounts of XRP being taken off the exchanges, we need to ask ourselves, what does this guy know? And, you know, why is he bullish with his 135 million? He obviously has some idea. And these guys that have 9 figures, 10 figures, it's not about who you know. It's not about what you know always in life. It's about who you know. And when you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars, you typically surround yourself with other people with hundreds of millions of dollars. And these people that have made 10 figures, 9 figures, 100 millionaires, billionaires, they are privy to information, unfortunately, us regular people, no offense, we don't always get. So maybe this guy knows something we don't. 135 million withdrawn. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. And if you like these videos, hit the bell next to the subscribe button because YouTube doesn't always notify you. If you don't want a notification, don't hit the bell. But if you like getting notified as soon as I drop some new news, I try and, you know, drop new videos the hour it comes out or the same day at least. I don't like to talk about stuff that's days old. So hit that bell. And if you're still watching the video, comment punt below. I don't know what this, don't gamble, F casinos, but comment punt. I just saw this word. By watching the full video, you really support the channel. So let me know you're still listening by commenting punt. God bless you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Until next time.